Okay, let's talk about some math stuff for a second that pertains to mathematicians and not quite as much to most students. But this here says square roots, question mark. Find all the square roots of the following. Now notice I don't have that square root symbol. Now what would be the square roots plural of 25? Well, we could say 5 times 5 gives you 25, right? And what if you said -5 times -5? Well, that also gives you 25. So technically, the square roots of 25 are going to be 5 and -5. So the square roots of 25 would be 5 and -5. Likewise, what would be the square roots of 81? Well, you could have 9 times 9, or you could have -9 times -9. So when asked like this, your square roots are going to include the positives and the negatives. But for this class, when you see this symbol, the square root of 25, they're only wanting the non-negative square roots. So they're only wanting the positive square roots. Okay, so if you say -5 to this, it's not going to be correct. If they wanted the negative portion, this is how they're going to do it. They're going to say negative square root of 25. Okay, and of course that would be -5. So always assume the radical is only going to be for the non-negative principal square roots. Okay, look down here. Assume that the variable represents non-negative real numbers. You'll see this a lot whenever you're talking about variables. And what they're saying here is that you can go ahead and say that this is x to the 5th. Okay, you don't have to worry about what's the case where, what if the x is negative, right? So if you see that the square root of x squared is, say, 5, right? And we know that because the square root of 5 squared is the square root of 25, which is 5. When you see this, assume that all variables represent non-negative real numbers. You don't have to worry about the possibility that x is -5, right? Which also gives you the square root of 25. Okay, so you don't have to worry about this. You're going to assume that the variables represent non-negative real numbers, and you'll be able to go straight to this.